You pick up your phone just to check the weather. Before you know it, you're watching a video of a stranger making a sandwich, and 45 minutes have vanished. We've all been there. Back in 2004, early social media platforms didn't demand hours of your day. They were pitched as a novelty directory. You logged in, looked up a classmate's relationship status, and logged off. 3 years later, Steve Jobs stood on stage and revealed the iPhone. He didn't promise an always connected lifestyle whirl. He sold it as a combination of a music player and a cell phone. Nobody actively chose to spend hours every day staring at a glowing rectangle. We simply adopted these tools for minor conveniences, and eventually they colonized our entire daily routine. The exhaustion you feel isn't a glitch. It's the inevitable result of a system that rapidly outgrew its original boundaries to command as much of your time as possible. Reaching billion-dollar valuations required a shift from building useful software to programming human behavior. The goal became keeping eyes glued to the screen through any psychological lever available. They achieved this by exploiting a psychological vulnerability called intermittent positive reinforcement. It's the exact same mechanism used in casino slot machines. You pull down to refresh your feed, and you get an unpredictable reward. Maybe a new post, maybe nothing. They combined this with our primal human drive for social approval. Features like automated photo tagging and bright red notification badges trigger a deep-seated urge to know what our tribe is thinking about us. If you want to break this cycle today, delete the social media apps from your phone. Force yourself to log in through a web browser on your computer. That small barrier of friction is often enough to stop a mindless scrolling binge before it starts. When you struggle to put your device down, you aren't failing a test of willpower. You are losing a deeply asymmetrical war against an industry that spends billions figuring out exactly how to bypass your rational brain. Trying to fix this by merely turning off a few notifications is like bringing a squirt gun to a tank battle. Minor life hacks are powerless against an environment designed by thousands of the world's smartest engineers. To fight back, you need a cohesive philosophy: digital minimalism. The first principle is recognizing that clutter is costly. Every new app or service you adopt creates a background hum of cognitive drag that outweighs the tiny conveniences they offer. The second principle is that optimization matters. Deciding what tool to use is only the first step. Specifying exactly how and when you use it dictates whether it serves you or you serve it. The third principle is that intentionality itself is deeply satisfying. Consider the Amish. They don't hate technology. They carefully weigh whether a new tool will strengthen or weaken their community values before adopting it. Actively controlling what enters your life generates a profound sense of purpose. So, set strict operating procedures for the apps you decide to keep. For example, give yourself a rigid 20-minute window on Saturday mornings to check feeds and ignore them the rest of the week. Reclaiming your focus requires tearing down your default digital habits and rebuilding them from scratch, guided only by what you actually value. This rebuilding process starts with a 30-day digital declutter. For 1 month, you step away entirely from all optional technologies, anything that won't get you fired or cause a personal emergency if you pause it. A 30-day break allows the neural static of constant connectivity to fade, establishing a clean slate for your future relationship with technology. Removing digital distractions reveals a massive void in the schedule. Without high-quality alternatives ready to fill those empty hours, a relapse into mindless scrolling is almost certain. You must spend these 30 days rediscovering high-quality analog leisure. That means engaging your hands and your mind, building something, fixing things around the house, or having actual face-to-face conversations. When you build a physical life rich with tangible skills and real connection, those cheap, glowing distractions naturally lose their appeal. Once your 30 days are up, you begin the blank slate reintroduction. Treat your digital life as completely empty and force every piece of technology to prove its worth before letting it back in. A tool only returns if it passes 3 strict tests. It must serve a deeply held personal value, it must be the absolute best way to serve that value, and its use must be restricted by a strict operating rule. Adopting this mindset makes you part of what's called the attention resistance.
A great first move in this resistance is to stop using the like button entirely. It replaces shallow clicks with the demand for genuine interaction. Next, turn your devices into single-purpose machines. Use website blocking software to lock out the entire internet while you write, study, or work. A laptop should only do one thing at a time. Some people even dumb down their smartphones entirely. Swapping a supercomputer for a basic flip phone ensures your attention remains undivided during deep work. Try this right now. Instead of sending a text message, call a friend or invite them out for coffee. Replace a low-quality digital nudge with a high-bandwidth human connection. Technology should exclusively serve your deeply held values. Reclaiming your focus allows you to extract the genuine utility of the internet while finally showing up for the physical world.